Stephen Colbert explains why he likes to play vulnerable characters while celebrating Strangers with Candy anniversary. Stephen Colbert revealed why he has a tendency to play poorly knowledgeable characters, which includes his Strangers with Candy character, Charles Chuck Noblet, while celebrating the 25th anniversary of the Comedy Crucial series cancellation during the Big Apple Comedy Festival on Saturday. During a Q&A at the event, the Solid become asked what their characters say about their shadow selves. My shadow self may be very similar to Noblet in that very self-serious, doesn't want anyone to recognize how nervous he is all the time, is inclined to shut down all of us on the way to win an argument, he stated of the high school history teacher. Those are the matters that my whole life I've needed to warfare against. Colbert went on to confess that his character at the Colbert Report, Changed, was very related to Noblet, and that they had a lot of similarities, including being a high-status, poorly informed fool. While Noblet was a high-strung trainer, the comic's fictionalized character at the Colbert Report turned into a conservative pundit that was constantly up for a debate. Colbert was then asked why he tends to play characters with similar character flaws, and he admitted it was to call it so I don't become that individual. I love just vulnerable characters, he said of Noblet earlier in the night. He's very buttoned up, very high status, very vulnerable, very afraid, definitely unexamined. That's what I loved about him, is that he could no way push the lens on himself. Strangers with Candy premiered on Comedy Central in 1999 and was a spoof of the after-school specials of the 70s and 80s. The show followed 46-year-old Geraldine Antonia Blank, Amy Sedaris, who was a former drug addict returning to high school as a freshman. During the series, Jerry acted as a guide of things not to do as a student at the faculty. Similar to Colbert's role of Noblet, Paul Dinello starred as art teacher Jeffrey Jelinek. Colin, Dinello, and Sedaris created the series alongside Mitch Rouse, while the three stars also wrote the episodes. The event, which is moderated by Kate McKinnon, paid tribute to the show's cancellation 25 years after the third and final season aired in 2000. The cast recalled they were never notified that the show was officially canceled, and that they briefly picked up the story in the 2005 film Strangers with Candy. We never got the final word, Colbert said about the show's cancellation, sharing that a TV upfront took place in the spring of 2000, in which Comedy Central revealed Strangers with Candy wasn't on the schedule. Colbert explained they asked for the community to confirm the show was canceled so they could write a final episode, although they were told no decision has been made about the fate of the show. No one ever said, "You're canceled." They just stopped sending the checks, he added. Dinello quipped that they stopped refilling our snack drawer on set, and Sedaris jokingly added it was bone dry. Another topic the group discussed was their eagerness to tell outlandish storylines that would leave viewers in shock. Early on in the conversation, McKinnon added a clip from a Season 1 episode titled Dreams on the Rocks. Then Colbert explained that in the episode, Jelinek was casting on a school production of A Raisin in the Sun, where all the characters are cast by white students and the black students are playing the fridge, the tree. He said about the play, which depicts a black family's experience in Chicago, "We shot that, cut it. Before we could get it on the air, a school in Maine put on an all-white Raisin in the Sun." Despite their attempts to come up with outrageous storylines, Colbert said many plots they wrote often ended up happening in real life. He added, "It happened multiple times on the show that we couldn't think of anything wrong enough to do, that the world didn't beat us to the punch."